welcome to the check-in report. Today's topic: Diddy tells the world that R&B is dead. If you don't know, Diddy has been on a rampage. He's talking about R&B is dead. It's not even a factor anymore. It's dead. Somebody killed R&B, rhythm and blues. He even did a live with Timberland talking about how R&B is dead. It doesn't give you that feeling. It's not, what it used to be. It's not the type of music that I made love to, that I made my babies off of. And the question that I am asking today, and that needs to be answered: who killed R&B? And I have a suspect, none other than Mr. Sean Combs, Mr. Puff Daddy himself. I believe that Diddy killed R&B. And I am going to walk you down and tell you why I believe that Mr. Love, or whatever he's calling himself these days, is the suspect of who killed rhythm and blues, R&B. Let's go down. Let's go to a brief history. Jodeci. If you guys don't know, one of the biggest R&B groups that ever been assimilated, to ever be put together. Jodeci was a concoction, was a creation of none other than Mr. Puff Daddy. And what was Jodeci? Jodeci was the beginning of the thug R&B. They came out with the jet black boots, with the pants sagging. R&B groups didn't look like that back in the day. R&B groups were clean cut, they were shaving. Think of New Edition back in the day. Think of, all of the R&B groups. They were clean shaven. They were suit and tie. They were all clean cut brothers. They wasn't thugged out. Jodeci was the beginning of the thugged out R&B superstars. Then you have guys like R. Kelly. Then you have guys like, later on, Chris Brown being the thugged out R&B superstars. That was a Diddy creation. Then let's go to Mary J. Again, R&B girls were clean cut. They were the beauty pageant girls. They were beautiful. They wore nice dresses. They wore makeup. They were tomboyish. Mary J., she came out with the tomboy, with the jersey, with the hat backwards. This is all Diddy's creation. So when we're talking about R&B, and how it changed and how it morphed into a more thugged out, it morphed into a more hip hop, less about the music and more about the image. Look at all of the R&B stars now. They're all rugged and thugged out and toxic. That's the Diddy creation. Now let's even go further, because now we're going to go into the bad boy phase. The can't stop, won't stop bad boy phase. Now when you remember Bad Boy, they had all of the R&B singles. You had Mace with 112 in total. You had Biggie with 112. Everything on Bad Boy was big. Big choruses. Think about More Money, More Problems with that big chorus. Bad Boy helped to blur the lines, if you will, between hip hop and R&B. It blurred the lines. And when you go further down, when you think about radio today, we don't even really know the difference between what hip hop and R&B. Diddy was the inventor of the remix, all of the R&B remixes. But what he did was create a blurred line, if you will, between hip hop and rhythm and blues. I believe Diddy is the murderer and the killer of rhythm and blues as we know it. You know, he's so adamant about talking about where is R&B, what happened to R&B. Diddy, you are the murderer of rhythm and blues and R&B as we know it. You helped to blur the lines between hip hop and R&B. You made it more rugged, more thugged out. Hip hop was, hip hop was the the hood, was the graffiti, was the thugged out image. You turned R&B into that. You detained the water. You helped, introduce something into the ecosystem of R&B that was not pure. Mr. Diddy, you polluted the waters of R&B. You are the suspect in the death of R&B. And those are my thoughts. Thank you for joining me. This is the check-in report. Make sure you check in. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe.